DJ Leonard, what's going on, my man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, bro?
Welcome to the couch. Welcome to the couch.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man.
How you feeling? How you feeling? You good?
All is well,
Look
man.
good.
No, I appreciate that, man.
Fresh as always. One of the things I love about you.
Yes, sir.
From the jump is your style. You're able to bring that to every environment you go into, man.
It's expectations, man.
Yeah, man. You are...
Same goes for you, too, man.
Come on. Just try to be like you, man.
Bro, I'm trying to be like you, man. You know how it is.
But so glad to be sitting here chatting with you.
Yes,
one
sir.
of the first DJs that I've ever kind of really worked with, kind of for the first wave of people we rocked with here at Curated. And I'm just super excited to have you and talk about kind of your journey, how you got here.
For sure, man.
But originally, man, tell me origin-wise, like where are your parents from and how'd you end up in Florida, man?
Yeah, man, good question. So my family and I, we originated from Haiti, and we came into the States during the early 90s.
Stop by saying Nabule, right? No? Yeah. Did I say it right?
Stop by saying, bro. Nabule.
Okay.
So we came from Haiti to the United States, was granted an opportunity, and we've been here in Southwest Florida for since we've been here, and whatnot. So it's been a ride.
Yeah,
sure.
man. So you remember growing up in Haiti at all, or you didn't grow up there?
I was there primarily till I was 5 years old, so I know like a little bit of my childhood, a little bit of schooling, a little bit of my family, things of that nature. But the majority of my time we're here in the States.
Cool. So tell me about growing up. Obviously, probably like a lot of compa and stuff growing up.
For sure.
But what was your musical sort of like palette, like background as far as all that goes?
That's crazy, man, because a lot of people often think that when you're from the islands, you primarily focus on that particular country.
Yeah.
But I listen to like a particular range of music, right? So when people think of Haitians, they think of, oh, you just listen to compa music and Racine and things of that nature. But I also listen to reggae, dancehall, soca,
Afro.
Afro beats, the whole range of music and whatnot, especially during the old generation of music, especially with the guitars, the guitar bass, the drums, things of that nature, more Pan-African in general. But what's crazy was when I first came into the States, however, that palette started to change because I was really diverged in a whole lot of music, including the oldies.
You kind of get introduced to like this whole other
genres of music.
Yeah, like the Motown and the classic rock.
Exactly. So I remember when we got our visas and we came to the airport, like I could faintly remember the first song I've heard landing in the United States. I can just hear the song Desiree, You Gotta Be. So it's kind of like this self-proclamation declaration. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that's a bop.
You gotta be wiser.
So after that, it kind of opened up to, okay, what else? Okay, so you got Desiree, you got Backstreet Boys, you got Spice Girls.
The pop world.
So I'm into the pop world, right? And then what's crazy too was growing up here, I went to Heights Elementary after going from Diplomat, and my bus ride was about 45 minutes. And I had a real cool bus driver. And I don't know about you, but growing up, that bus driver just turned on the music, and it was just a whole range of music that I used to listen to growing up, you know? So it'll be from the oldies to Miami Juke.
Who was your favorite artist growing up? Like in that middle school, high school, like do you have any like big ones that you obsessed over or like really loved?
It's hard to answer that question.
Probably a lot.
It's a whole range of music during that time. I remember in high school, I used to listen to like Plies, underground stuff, underground rap stuff.
A lot of Florida.
Exactly, a lot of Florida stuff. You know, like Iceberg, Pastor Troy, UGK, Outkast. During the 90s, Will Smith. I was really into Will Smith back in the day, you know, getting jiggy with it.
Oh, we get
Miami, all those hits and whatnot. And then also, I don't know, it's hard to pick which your particular,
for sure.
Because I was all over the place when it comes to music.
So after you graduated high school, you went to college, you went to FGCU. That's
correct. Yeah.
We both went to the same college.
Correct.
Different times, right?
Yeah.
Or
no, same time.
Same time?
Yeah, same time.
And so what did you go to school for?
So I went to school originally for psychology, and I have a minor in both sociology and interdisciplinary science.
Because you're like a therapist, you're like a counselor, school counselor, like, and so man, I just one of the things I love about you though, you are like very hyper aware of people, and you are the best person on our team with customer service.
I appreciate that.
And treating people with this like white glove. what can I do for you mentality. I actually learned a lot from you doing that, seeing you do that, and you're just impeccable at it. Where does that come from? That etiquette, that customer service.
Yeah. So working in the school systems, you work with a lot of stakeholders, right? So you're working with administrators, you're collaborating with teachers, you're collaborating with students and parents and whatnot. And having those soft skills is going to be critical, especially when you're advocating for the child to ensure that they meet their goals overall, right?
Yeah.
And not only in the school setting, but also in the mental health world, because I'm also a therapist intern for the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Using those soft skills to make my clients comfortable. You know, my personality is warm and approachable. They feel comfortable, right? So some of those soft skills that I've utilized between both the school setting and also in my private practice is lateral, right? Which means that I can use those soft skills and transfer that to the DJ world as well when it comes to customer service, contract, contacting the clients and whatnot. So it varies from time to time for sure, especially with those soft skills.
I love that, man. That you're able to take what you do and who you are in other contexts and bring it into the world of DJing.
Right.
And so how did you start DJing, man? How did that come about for you, bro?
Oh, man, I've been, like you said earlier, I've been surrounded with music my entire life. My father played guitar. I played guitar. In the school system, I was in band, marching band, the whole 9 yards. When I was in church, I used to lead worship. I used to play drums, lead worship through guitar and things of that nature. So
I feel like some of the best musicians in the world come out of like a church, sort of church background. I'm telling you.
Facts, bro. Facts. Exactly. So, so because of that background of music, and also having that sense of music theory and things of that nature, it kind of translated into the DJing. But then there has to be like a catalyst, like the push. And I have several colleagues of mine that were DJs already, like DJ Fresh, DJ Flex, those that I've known for a long time, yourself, of course. And I was like, man, what can I do to get to that next level, to DJ, right? Because I had an interest, but I didn't have that push, that reason overall. So during my time at FGCU, I was in my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, which is an MPHC fraternity. And I had one of my colleagues, one of my friends, that's DJ all of our house parties and DJ 3 Live. And he was one of my mutual friends here on campus. And he was the one that kind of like say, hey, bro, Craig, how do you do this? You know, I was like inspired, not only with Craig, but also with Fresh and everyone else. And I was like, okay, I need to go to Guitar Center, pick myself a board, 2 speakers, and the rest was history. And basically utilizing what I know between my musical background and implementing that into the DJ mix board, and the rest was history. So around 2014 when everything started.
Bro, man, that's so dope.
For sure, bro.
You remember the first gig you ever had?
Oh, man. So my first official gig, I was a teacher at the time, and it was at St. Carlos Park, one of the schools in Lee County. And they had a fall fest, and my principal found out, and one of my colleagues was like, "Oh, did you start DJing or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah." So it was like, "How about you start DJing our fall fest at the schools?" And this was like 2014, 2015. I was like so nervous, and it was a blast because my kids were at the time. They're like, "Mr. C, is that you DJing?" You know, and they're like their eyes like blew up, and they're like inspired, and they're like, "Wow." That's a pretty cool experience, seeing the teacher that was in the classroom now using his services to provide fun for those kids.
And then fast forward, look at you now, man. You going all over the nation, doing weddings, top requested Curated DJ.
I appreciate that.
People love you, man. Planners love you. You're killing it, man. And
Thank you, man.
You really, one of the things I first loved about you is not only your personality, but your energy.
Right.
The fact that I feel like you can match my energy is to me was one of the first things I was like, yes, because that was my biggest fear, man. Like, you know, when I first started, I really started this because, I mean, I was booked out and I wanted to provide my clients and couples with this similar experience, but I was only one person. So the question was like, how can I find people who value and have the same essence of who I am? And you're one of those first people where I was like, oh no, like he can bring it, bro. And so where do you get that energy from? And you could turn it on. Where do you get? Have you always been like that? Like,
no, man, it's crazy because people often ask me that same question as well. Because growing up, I consider myself an introvert. But then when people see me out in the DJ world, they're like, wow, this is all different. Let me, like, where is this coming from? It's like a different persona of me, you know. So like
alter ego vibes.
Ego vibes. It's kind of like, okay, it's game time. It's a switch. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And I give my couples 100% of me, all vibes, all good vibes, all good energy, just to ensure that they have a great time overall. So,
is there any memorable weddings you've done that you can remember? Like, this was crazy. Like, anything you can remember?
it's tough to answer that because the weddings that I've done so far has been very unique in their own experiences and whatnot. However, there was one a few weeks ago, end of February of this year, and it was crazy because the energy like started building at the start of our Zoom call, right?
Ooh.
So I spoke with the groom, and he spoke to his wife at the time, and he was like, or fiance at the time, and he was like, I only have one request. I want a DJ that's just like me, right? A DJ that's just like me. He's a lawyer from New York, and he's very high energy. He's from like dance hall and soca music and things like that. And then when they read my biography and where I'm from, we connected right then and there. And then in that Zoom call, I could just see the groom, him smiling ear to ear, like he was so
Like he knew, like, this is my guy.
He was like, "This is my guy."
This is what I always
like,
wanted, bro.
Like,
that's awesome.
From the jump, we just made that connection. And then up to their upcoming day, especially when I was setting up, he came up to me, and his bride as well, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm really excited for having you here." His mom came up to me; she also expressed excitement as well. His family. It was pretty cool because it was a fusion of two different worlds, right? So you have the groom side that was primarily Jamaican, and then you have the bride that was primarily here in the States. So that listens to pop and things of that nature. So you have
that mixture, that mixture. Best of both worlds.
Exactly. And it was pretty cool because not only he likes dance hall and those types of music, but he's from New York, so he likes drill music. He likes the 50.
Yeah.
He likes the G Unit, you know, those type of like song, Jay-Z and so on and so forth. And it was pretty cool because the whole experience was very very critical, very intense.
Yeah, like it was just like I love those weddings where it's just like you're throwing bangers out every song and the energy. Like they came to party. And you're like, bro. Yo, like they're like this is crazy. And there's no downtime.
Right.
There's no, and that's the weddings I love. I mean, I'm not even a slow song guy. Like I'll play one or maybe one at the beginning, one at the end. But like, I like high intensity, kind of like I want them to be like, oh God, I got to sit down, but I don't want to sit down. I'm so tired, but I can't.
They were pushing the entire time, which was what was pretty cool. It was cool kind of combining both worlds together. Like I'm playing Shaggy, It Wasn't Me, house version of it, and everyone was like, wow. They're singing the lyrics, but then it was kind of like a high BPM, high energy and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
you like mixing genres?
I mean, I love mixing genres, you know. It kind of creates a unique blend. It's something that provides a different sound experience for everyone overall. It's not your typical cookie cutter kind of vibes.
Not just playing the same versions of songs or even like tempos and just like kind of doing the same fifth. That's one of the things I love about our team is like we really kind of break the mold of, you know, the same 50 songs that are being played at a wedding. And I love, one of the things I love more than must playlists is do not playlist. I love when they're like, yo, we don't want no line dances. We don't want none of this. No Bruno Mars, no Ed Sheeran. I'm like, cool. Then because look, if you're tired of it, if you're tired of the cheesy stuff, you don't think I'm tired of the cheesy stuff. So like, you know, I love that you said that, man. Because
for sure.
We just want it to be a different experience for our couples, a unique experience. So I love that you can like, you know, you can see yourself and the groom can see himself in you in a sense of like what you guys like and value. And I think that's the goal for all of our couples, man.
Exactly, for sure. Someone that someone that they can rely on, someone that they connect to, someone that they consider a family friend.
You know. So when it comes to, you know, just what you do and how you do it, like, what do you feel like is like the thing that makes you really unique in this space, man?
Yeah, so that's a very loaded question.
I know it's probably you can go like any way with it, but
yeah, for sure. I often talk to my couples how the wedding planning experience can be very daunting, right? Very intense, very it's heavy because there's so many different directions, even if they have a wedding planner themselves,
Yeah.
So I often tell them, say, hey, I'm just here to support you. I'm here that you can rely on. I'm here to ensure that whatever questions that you may have, I'm here to address your needs and whatnot, so that a sense of reassurance,
Yeah.
And when I show up, I come with preparedness,
Yeah.
execution, clear communication, ensuring the fact that, everything is, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed.
You're really good at, probably out of all of our DJs, really
Right.
good at the responsiveness back and forth.
Right.
Our couples always know, like,
Right.
Leonard's got us. It's never like, we haven't talked to Leonard. Like, you're on top of that.
No, man, because if you think about it, like, you have to, like you said before, you got to put yourself in the position of the bride and groom, which you and I have had that experience when it comes to planning our own weddings respectively. Like, this is the one single day that is very important to us. Yeah. And this is the only day in our lifetime that we can experience that, especially if you believe in a blissful marriage and things of that nature. So we only have one shot at this wedding, and we are entrusting you, our DJ, to execute.
Yeah, man. It's a big deal.
That's my mindset.
It's a big deal, man. For sure. And my wife will tell me sometimes, like, where I'm just not feeling it. Like, I'm not feeling like going in, or just tired or whatever. And she'll be like, I'll walk out the door. She'll be like, remember, it's the best day of somebody's life. You know? And I go, yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
And I turn it on because it's like, no, like, I can't give you anything less than what I gave the last couple. Like, I need to give everyone my best. And so I love that you do that, man. That's something that you're really good at.
No, I appreciate that.
And the last but not least, last question, man, is like,
for sure,
what's your big why? Your big reason for doing all this, like, for going so hard? Like, what's your inspiration, and what's the end goal for you, man?
Man, first and foremost, man, I don't settle for less.
Yeah.
I always go 100%, whatever I put myself into. It could be my career, it can be DJing, it could be my own family, and so on and so forth. My wife, she was one of my biggest fans, like my catalyst to push me in the position where I'm in today. My family, because I'm the eldest of 4 boys, and I know my brothers and my parents, they look up to me, just to ensure that I kind of meet their expectations and meet my expectations as well.
Yeah.
So just my family, and just being there for the couple as well, and just putting myself in that position.
I really feel like you are there to, we tell our team, like, we're there to serve the couple, we're there to serve the planner,
right?
We're there to serve the vendors,
right?
To serve the venue, and we're doing all those things. And I truly think that when you show up to a gig, bro, you truly are there to serve, and that's what we should be there for.
Facts.
The difference between a club DJ and wedding DJ is like, club DJ really is like, the superstar of the night.
Right.
They're the cool whatever. And wedding DJ is that in a sense, but we're there to be the hype men for the couple.
Right.
They're the stars of the night. And we're just setting the tone and going, look at them. Look how dope they are.
Right.
Let's party for them. And I think that's what I love about the wedding world is that you do get that, like, I guess there's a humility to it.
Correct.
Because you really get to make the couple shine.
Humility is key for sure, and just like you said before, just reminding yourselves, like, I'm not here for me.
Yeah.
I'm here to collaborate with their wedding planner, photographer, videographer, venue. What can we do as a team? I DJ Leonard, I'm by myself, but when it comes to everyone as an entity, what can we do to provide the best quality of service for our couple so that they can enjoy the best time of their lives?
I love it, man.
Facts.
My man, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
No problem, man. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys, for watching, and see you guys on the dance floor.
Yes, sir.